Yo, if you ever found yourself stuck in a cornball trap, don't sweat it. We all been there, but it's time to level up, you feel me? So what's a cornball trap, you ask? Picture this. You're out here trying to be a high-value man, right? But every time you turn around, you're slipping into some corny behavior that's got you looking like a straight-up clown. That's a cornball trap, my dude. Now, these traps ain't always obvious. They're like those sneaky potholes in the Bronx. They'll catch you off guard and leave you feeling all types of messed up. One minute you're smooth sailing, the next you're stuck in some cornball nonsense that's got you questioning your whole game. Here's the thing though, these traps, they're everywhere. In your relationships, your work, even in your self-perception. You might think you're giving off Denzel vibes when in reality you're more like Steve Urkel. And let's be real, ain't nobody out here trying to be Urkel. But the first step to avoiding these traps is recognizing them. You gotta be able to spot a cornball move from a mile away. Like when you're about to double text that girl who ain't replied in 3 days. Or when you're considering wearing those knockoff Yeezys to the club. Or when you're thinking of quoting Drake in a serious conversation. If any of these scenarios sound familiar, then congrats, my guy. You've officially fallen into a cornball trap, but don't worry, there's hope for you yet. Recognizing these traps is half the battle. Once you've got that down, you're already on your way to becoming a high-value man. The kind of man who doesn't get played, but plays the game. The kind of man who knows his worth and ain't afraid to show it. So if you're tired of being played like a cheap kazoo, stick around. We got the sauce on how to get out of these cornball traps. Alright, now that we've seen the traps, it's time to flex that authenticity muscle. 'Cause ain't nothing more attractive than being your true self. Let's break it down. Authenticity ain't about slapping on a fresh fit or trying to sound like the next hot rapper. It's about owning who you are, your strengths, your flaws, your quirks, and your unique story. Like a fingerprint, ain't nobody else got your exact mix. Now you might be thinking, but I ain't got nothing special. Stop right there, that's a trap. Each of us is born with a unique set of skills, passions, and experiences. Don't let society, or the haters, or even your own self-doubt tell you any different. So how do you flex that authenticity muscle? Start by digging deep. Get to know yourself. What makes you tick? What gets you out of bed in the morning? What's your passion? Your dreams. Once you've got that figured out, don't be shy about it. Share it with the world. Be proud of who you are and what you bring to the table. Next, stay true to your values. If it feels wrong, it probably is. Don't compromise your beliefs for anyone or anything. Stand up for what you believe in, even if it means standing alone. Finally, keep it real. Authenticity ain't about putting on a show. It's about being honest and transparent. If you're feeling down, it's okay to admit it. If you're excited, let it show. Don't be afraid to show your emotions. Remember, authenticity is not a destination, but a journey. It's about continuously evolving and growing while staying true to who you are. It's about embracing change and diversity and not being afraid to step out of your comfort zone. So, keep pushing, keep striving, and most importantly, keep being you. Because at the end of the day, you are your own greatest asset. Remember, authenticity ain't about being perfect. It's about being real. Keep it 100 and you'll be golden. So, you're authentic and avoiding them cornball traps. Now let's talk about the journey of becoming a high-valued man. Now, don't get it twisted. This journey ain't a walk in Central Park. It's more like a marathon in the heart of Brooklyn. You're gonna sweat, you might trip, but you gotta keep pushing if you wanna make it to the finish line. First off, you gotta understand that being a high-valued man ain't just about having a fat wallet or a fancy ride. Nah, it's about having substance, integrity, and wisdom. It's about standing tall even when the world is trying to knock you down. It's about being a leader, not a follower, and making a positive impact in your community. But let's keep it 100. The road to becoming a high-valued man is paved with obstacles. You're gonna face haters who don't want to see you shine. You're gonna have moments of self-doubt where you question your worth. But remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. You gotta use those stumbling blocks as stepping stones to elevate yourself. Along the way, you're gonna learn some hard lessons. You're gonna realize that not everyone who smiles in your face is your friend. You're gonna find out that success ain't just about what you achieve, but about the person you become in the process. And you're gonna discover that the most valuable thing a man can possess ain't material wealth, but self-respect. But let me tell you, the rewards of this journey are worth the struggle. When you become a high-valued man, you command respect, not demand it. You inspire others, not intimidate them. You become a beacon of light in a world full of darkness. Ain't no mountain high enough to keep you from becoming a high-valued man. Remember, it's a journey, not a race. So, lace up them boots and start walking. Because the only thing standing between you and greatness is the action you're willing to take. We've talked about the traps, authenticity, and the journey. Now, let's go beyond the cornball traps. Life beyond cornball traps ain't just about sidestepping pitfalls and dodging bullets. Nah, it's about constructing a life that's meaningful and fulfilled. It's about laying bricks on the sturdy foundation of your authenticity and building up a life that's got value, that's got substance. You see, once you've mastered the art of authenticity and you've begun your journey as a high-valued man, you ain't just avoiding cornball traps anymore. You're playing a whole different game. You're in the major leagues now, baby. You're not just surviving, you're thriving, you're flourishing. Imagine a life where you ain't gotta constantly look over your shoulder, worried about falling into the next cornball trap. A life where you can walk with your head held high, knowing you're living your truth. That's the life beyond cornball traps. That's where we're aiming to be. But listen, it ain't gonna be easy. There's gonna be challenges, there's gonna be setbacks. But remember, every setback is a setup for a comeback. You gotta keep pushing, keep striving. This ain't for the faint of heart. This is for the ones who are ready to put in the work, ready to fight for their authenticity. You got to understand, beyond them cornball traps, there's a world full of opportunity. There's a chance to live a life that's genuine, that's real. There's a chance to be a man of value, a man of substance, but you can't just sit back and wait for it to come to you. You got to go out there and claim it. It's not just about dodging cornball traps, it's about stepping into your power. It's about embracing your authenticity and living a life of value. It's about being a high-valued man in a world full of cornballs. Beyond them cornball traps, there's a life full of authenticity and value. You just gotta claim it. All right, we've dropped some knowledge bombs today. Time to wrap it up. So, we've been all over the map today, from avoiding cornball traps to mastering your authenticity, to embarking on that high-valued man's journey. We've dug deep into what it means to be real, to be genuine, and to stand tall in your truth no matter what. Remember, it's not about the bling or the flash. It's about owning your story, your struggle, your triumphs, and your failures. It's about walking your path with your head held high, not because you think you're better than anyone else, but because you know your worth. You know you're a high-valued man and you ain't got time for cornball traps. We've talked a lot about authenticity today, about how it's not just about being honest, but about being true to who you are, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's hard, even when it's scary. Because let's face it, the world can be a tough place. But guess what? You're tougher. And you don't just survive, you thrive. You rise above the cornball traps, the fake friends, the haters, the doubters, and you stay true to you. Because that's what a high-valued man does. He stays true to himself and his journey. He doesn't let anything or anyone define him. So what's next? What's your next move? Are you ready to step up, to level up, to rise above the cornball traps and master your authenticity? Are you ready to embark on your journey as a high-valued man? It's all on you. The ball's in your court. You've got the tools. You've got the knowledge. Now it's time to put it into action. If you're feeling the vibe, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe for more. Remember, stay authentic, avoid them cornball traps, and keep it 100.